Hi, this is Joy at Pine Quilt Shop. This morning we're going to talk about how to calculate backings for smaller projects like the little table runner that you see in front of me. This table runner, the top itself is 14 by 36 inches. Now if I was going to quilt this myself on my home sewing machine, I would be fine taking the 14-inch width and the 36-inch length and adding 2 to 4 inches to that. If I was going to quilt it myself on my home sewing machine, if you're going to send it into a long armor, then you always need to add 6 to 8 inches to the size of your quilt so that you're allowing 3 to 4 inches all the way around. So if you're doing it yourself, you can do anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. If you're sending it to a long armor, you want to add 6 to 8 inches to the size of your quilt. So this quilt is 14 inches. If I was going to quilt it myself, I could get by with a half a yard of fabric, which would be 18 inches, because that would give me 2 extra inches on each side. If you're going to send it to a long armor, though, you want to do 5/8 of a yard of fabric so that you're allowing 3 to 4 inches all the way around the quilt. Now, if you have a little guy like this that ends up being just a little bit too long to make it with a width of fabric, one fun thing to think about is piecing a little section of block. So I can maybe take some leftover fabric and I could piece a little serpentine section like that, and I could pop it in to the back to just give me a little more length if I had a runner that was just a little bit too long to make it with a width of fabric. So think about that when you're just a little bit short to make it with a width of fabric, and always piece those in at the 1/3 split marks, to do 1/3 the piece section and 2/3, so that you don't have to worry about trying to get that centered on the back. You want to purposely not make it in the center, so that it's a little easier for you or your long armor if you're sending it in to get it quilted. So that's a quick way to calculate backings for smaller projects like this runner.